Welcome back to Cozy New England. Today, we're heading to one of New Hampshire's true treasures, Lake Winnipesaukee. Nestled at the foothills of the White Mountains, this lake has been the heart of the Lakes region for generations. Families return here year after year, chasing those timeless summer traditions like boat rides, boardwalk strolls, fried seafood, and ice cream cones that taste just like summer. Everywhere you look, you see mountains, or water, or the thick of the woods. But also, today, for the best view of this huge lake covering 69 square miles, we're trekking up Wolfeboro's mountainside. And this isn't just any mountainside, it's home to Castle in the Clouds. Be warned, there are two entrances to Castle in the Clouds. There's the festival entrance, which I'll talk about on the way down. It's paved road and easy to drive up. But we are taking this entrance because we want to stop and see something special on the way up. However, I will be showing you how crazy this road is. This road is one way, very narrow, and the signs are marked for 10 miles an hour. It's very bumpy as well, but it's worth it because we're stopping to see the famous waterfall. Falls of Song is a 40-foot plunge waterfall, and it's just a short 0.1 mile hike from the outer road where we parked and pulled off the curvy road. One of the best waterfalls in the state of New Hampshire, to be sure. And then take a look at how beautiful these woods are, the tall trees, and just the peacefulness of all these hiking trails. You could spend a whole day just exploring. New England's summer forests feel almost enchanted. Dabbled sunlight filters through canopies of oak and maple. Fireflies twinkle at dusk, and mossy trails lead past babbling brooks that make every walk feel like a woodland fairy tale. It's a season where the wood hums with life, from birdsong to wildflowers, wrapping you in a kind of quiet, timeless magic. The GPS is the best way I could think of to show you the winding switchback drive up the mountainside. I felt a spark of excitement when the views began peeking through the abundant trees. Visitors should know that parking is at a designated lot near the restaurant and modest gift shop, and from there, everyone takes a short trolley ride further up the incline to the estate. If you sit inside the Carriage House restaurant, it still has the original horse stalls, and they've been converted into one-of-a-kind dining experiences. But the best views are outside on the patio. They are not to be missed. Now, it's only open for lunch from like 10 to 4-ish, but check the hours. Let's hop aboard and check out Castle in the Clouds. At the top, we arrived at Castle in the Clouds. You may notice right away that its arts and crafts architecture feels far from a traditional castle design. Originally called Lucknow, the estate was built around 1913 for Thomas Plant and his wife. This stunning country retreat once spanned over 6,000 acres and included a 16-room mansion, horse stables, a 6-car garage, 2 gatehouses, a greenhouse, a golf course, tennis courts, a man-made lake, boathouse on Lake Winnipesaukee, and miles of carriage trails. Several years, the Plants lived a truly luxurious lifestyle here, with innovations far ahead of their time, from a central vacuum system to modern bathrooms and intercoms. Even a pipe organ was installed at the time of construction, Legend has it, when the organ was played, the windows open, the sounds could be heard by boaters all the way down on Lake Winnipesaukee. By the 1920s, overspending and risky investments left them financially strained. They mortgaged parcels of land, and eventually the estate had to be sold. In 1959, Lucknow reopened to the public with its new name, Castle in the Clouds. Today, visitors can still walk through its rooms, wander the trails, and take in those sweeping views that make this mountaintop estate so unforgettable. This kitchen and butler's pantry boasts all of the modern conveniences of the time, some even ahead of their time, like refrigeration and even a freezer. Here's a toaster, some running water, and gadgets galore in the pantry. Here's a fun guessing game for kids and adults alike. Here is the modest dining room. In addition to the unique shape of the room and the decorative plaster ceiling, there is a portrait of their favorite horse named Sunshine. Before we head upstairs to the second floor, the patio doors have beckoned us to come out and enjoy this amazing view. Let's have a look around. As of summer 2025, admission is $23, which gets you in the door for a self-guided tour. The season runs from May through October, 7 days a week. When you arrive, you'll first watch a short introductory video that gives an overview of the estate's history, and you'll receive a detailed flyer with floor plans that point out the highlights along the way. It makes exploring Castle in the Clouds feel easy, engaging, and full of discoveries at every turn. And for those engineers watching, or just the curious, there's a 45-minute basement guided tour. You pay $15 more to learn the secrets of the castle's basement. The second floor showcases a sizable Tiffany glass skylight, which allows light to cascade over the portrait of Thomas Plant. My favorite things about the mansion, aside from those spectacular views, are in the details. The hand-painted window roundels are absolutely lovely, and the geometric walls with their barrel ceilings give the rooms such an old-world charm. At one point, as we were walking around, the guide played a few notes on the mansion's pipe organ. The sound filled the space in a way that reached right into my soul. The restoration teams have done an incredible job here, and with my background in interior design, I couldn't help but be drawn to the thoughtful details, from the furnishings to the couple's personal effects still on display. They make the estate feel not just historic, but deeply human and touching. If you enjoyed the beauty of the Castle in the Clouds estate, check out my other video on the Newport, Rhode Island mansions. I'll link it in the description box below. Guests are given the option to walk back down to where the trolley first picked you up, but it is very steep, and it's about a 3-minute walk. The modest gift shop has plenty to choose from, including some special treats. As we leave the grounds, you can see a tent up ahead. They have reoccurring programs such as music nights, yoga on the lawn, and stargazing. Their website is filled with activities, and even during the holidays they offer special events, so I would recommend you check the site. My best recommendation for getting out on Lake Winnipesaukee is taking the Mount Washington boat tour. It has 5 ports of call for you to get off at your leisure and explore the cutest towns on the lake. One of these charming towns is called Wolfeboro. On the way into town, we stopped at Wolfeboro Antiques. What a treasure trove. Have a look. Wolfeboro is often called the oldest summer resort in America, and it carries that nostalgic, old-time New England charm. The town's main street feels like it could be straight out of a storybook, with boutique shops, cafes, and ice cream parlors spilling onto the sidewalks. You can spend an afternoon strolling the docks, watching the boats glide over the water, or wander through antique shops hunting for treasures. Okay, my mid-morning egg breakfast has worn off and it's time to get some food. We strolled into Downtown Grill at 4 o'clock and got seated on the back patio. I'm going to enjoy this smash burger and then take a leisurely stroll around the town of Wolfeboro, New Hampshire. I feel so fortunate to live in a region where every season tells its own stories and nostalgia lingers around every corner. As late August comes to a close, autumn is waiting right on the doorstep. The grilled burgers of summer will soon give way to the comforting foods fall is known for. This is my favorite season, and I've got a big bucket list planned. I'll take you along to local farms for apple picking, hunting for that perfect carving pumpkin, and soaking in the brilliant backdrop of orange, yellow, and red foliage. But for now, here in New England, we're holding on to the last of those warmish days, cracking our windows at night to welcome the cooler breezes that whisper of fall just around the corner. Thanks for joining me today. I will catch you in the next video, my friends. Stay cozy.